we had a trailer custom made for us. It's 7 meters by 2.55 total dimensions of the trailer, and then it's slightly wider once the cladding and everything is in. But yeah, 7 by 2.55. The top of the house, as we showed you from the inside, goes down, collapses to 3.9 when we transport it to legally be able to drive it on the road. And then we extended it upwards to allow us to have the full head height upstairs.
So now when it sits like this, from the floor to the top, it's...
From the base of the trailer to the top, it's 4.6, just about 4.6. Yeah.
Nice.
As you can see, it's quite elevated because we're in a bit of a slope this way. But
and
yeah,
I guess it helps with shaking as well. When it's
it does help with shaking. Yeah, it does help with shaking, to be honest. We positioned it, most of the winds come from one direction, so it goes the length of the house rather than the width. We've had a few scary moments once in a while, but very rare.
Scary, like it just
no, just like
loud, or it's
no, just like we wake up in the middle of the night and we're like, oh, that was we could feel the house move a little bit. Right. But to be honest, when I work out downstairs, the house moves anyway, so it's not much not much different.
Right.
But yeah, we've recently added the porch. We haven't had a chance to finish yet due to weather. Same as the extension. I guess we're at the graces of the Wales weather, which is not always fantastic for outside work, but as most people will know, it's an ongoing project, life is, so
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the idea. How you came up with it to make this pop-up roof, and how you were not scared to do it?
Well, we were scared to do it, but we said if we were going to live in a tiny house, we weren't planning on moving it much. So we were like, if we want to live in it, we shouldn't have any compromises. And having the ability to get dressed without bending over seemed like common sense to us. If it's not transportable all the time, we want to have the head height. And my wife's father is an engineer, so we consulted with him, got some different ideas. A chain I know some people use, or hydraulics, or I've seen one that uses air pumps, that you can put a compressor and it pushes it up. We used the system that we thought would be best suited for us. It was very scary building it. It was very scary to lower the roof the few times we've done it, like 3-4 times now. But yeah, it's been well worth it. I think it feels almost like a completely regular house with the upstairs being what it is. Yeah. It has been a challenge to design it, but I'm very happy we did that.
And have you been on scales with it, or do you know approximate weight?
We haven't put it to scales exactly. We've done the building construction calculation to the materials. It just hits 3.5 tons empty. So the kitchen and the stairs, everything we can disassemble it. It's not screwed into the walls, it's bolted. So it's almost like, I guess you can imagine an IKEA kitchen that you use the bolts to, like, you turn and pull it out. So it's the same. We can, if we decide we want to move the house on the highway again, we'll just have to get another truck to move our belongings into it and the stairs, empty it completely, and put it on the road. But yeah, just about 3.5 tons, completely empty.
And do you know the weight of the trailer?
The trailer itself, I think, is about, I can't remember off the top of my head, somewhere around the 700 kilos. It's quite chunky.
And it's made in the UK.
Made in the UK, in Carmarthen. Yeah, it's a bit more heavy than the ones that I know you can buy from Holland. Yeah, we just wanted to support local businesses at the time, and we found that place that makes it custom built, so we decided to do that. Then,
so it's road legal trailer.
100%, yes. Yeah.
With brakes.
Brakes and lights and everything. Yeah.
And the house itself, originally you had back door, or it was enclosed there?
No, it was. We had a big long window. When we initially parked it, the back of the window was towards the woods that we have next door to us. So we had like it looks as if we're living in the woods, and it was beautiful. But we designed it with the intention that if we stay here for too long, we'd be able to extend it. So that's why we made it 1.8 meter tall window. That was the top we could do before we hit the second floor joists.
Okay.
So that's why it's limited a little bit in height, but it was designed in advance to possibly one day put an extension.
Right.
So yeah, so that was always the plan.
Yeah. And extension you built just recently, so you had to buy another trailer?
Yes, so the extension was, so we've had our baby, she's was born in October. And when she was just over a year old, we decided it's time now for the trailer, when she started moving around a little bit more. So we bought the trailer secondhand, and we had it re-welded and make sure that everything is strong enough. And we started in Christmas. I was working on it full-time during the holidays for 2 weeks. And since then, it's 1 day or 2 days a week on the weekends that we've been doing finishing touches. So it's taking a bit longer, but it's... We've only hooked it up about a week ago with we removed the window and connected it and sealed it and the heating. But it's, as you've seen inside, it's not yet finished. I imagine it will take us a couple more days also on the outside to finish it. But yeah, it's now an integrated part of our life. We're already using it daily.
Yeah, and at the moment it's like you have like to walk up, but in the future if you change locations and flip the straight.
So the part that's between them, the corridor is not permanent. So again, it's bolted into the house, not screwed in. So we can basically remove the plasterboards and take it apart, and we'll just have to build a different one in the next location if the houses are closer, or if the configuration would be a bit like this one's higher, this one's lower. We'll just have to build only the tunnel, which shouldn't be very expensive.
Yeah.
So it's semi-permanent at the moment, yeah.
And if you would have done it all again, would you have done something differently?
You know, we think about it often. I don't know. I think the one thing that sometimes bothers us is the composting toilet. It's just it's a little bit more faff than we would have liked, but it's part of the semi-off-grid living. And now we have sewage on site. We didn't for a long, long time. So we have been considering to maybe connect to the system, but I don't know. I think we've tailored it to exactly how we wanted in the beginning, and it suited us very well. We love to cook. The kitchen was the most important part for us, and to make sure that we can make full meals and invite. We had dinner here with 6 people in the tiny house, so we stand and eat, obviously, but we can make a whole turkey and a whole meal, and it doesn't limit us at all, and that was the most important part.
Yeah, and the second important thing is that you can stand in the loft,
100%.
You can walk around. And,
yeah,
you don't have to crawl. And
no, I know. It's I mean, for sure, when you're living in it a year, 2 years, crawling in it is not an issue. But we've been here for 4 years. I doubt we're going to leave before another 3. So 7 years of crawling into bed seemed like a bad idea with having children. So yeah.
Right. And this metal cladding, it was like in purpose, or it just ran?
Yeah, no, it was where we built the tiny house. We rented a shed from a farmer, and he had some cladding, and we were like, you know what, it might be nice to not just do wood. It will look like a wood box. It was spur of the moment. We thought maybe we'll use 2 materials just out of design to make it look nice. And because we did that, it allowed us to have those 2 walls inside that have the cladding that is cedar. I don't know if you noticed that over the loft and next to the stairs, it's cedar cladding that we just used from what we haven't used on the outside.
Okay.
So it allowed us to do a little bit of a design on the inside as well.
And you built house somewhere else, or you built it here? Did you drive it already? Like?
Yeah, no, we built it about 20 minutes away from here, outside of Barry in a farm. We drove it on the M4 highway, which was very scary. Even empty, it's a long trailer that is a bit top heavy. We drove it 40 miles an hour, and it was snaking a little bit. We've moved it twice since, just around the site, with the needs of the construction crew building next door. But yeah, I think we're good here for a couple of years, and we will have to do the scary move again. Yeah.
Right. But this small one, I think it will be no hassle at all.
No, the small one is, I can hook it up to, to both our cars. I think it's very lightweight. It's not very tall. It's just over 2.5 meters on the inside. That shouldn't be an issue. We were hoping to, if we are to at some point leave the tiny house and have it as a holiday let, I will keep this one to travel with, or maybe even a home office. It's a lot more compact. It's a lot more, especially for UK roads, it's narrow. We wouldn't have an issue even going in the lanes with it.
And is it still road legal, the trailer?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
It's we just need to redo the electrics underneath it, but it is road legal 100%.
So it's 3.5 ton trailer.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the build is much lighter.
Oh yeah. Not even close, I would say.
Yeah. And the insulation, you use the same in this house and that one, or?
No. So on this one we used PIR boards, like Celotex boards, mainly because it's a quicker build, and we were trying to build it on a budget. We're in a bit of a different stage than we were in the beginning, and we wanted to. We have a lot of money invested in our business, so we didn't have as much capital to pull out, but it makes the build a bit faster as well. So we use Celotex boards and pine cladding that's treated rather than cedar, because we're not as limited on weight. With a big house, cedar is very, very lightweight and very, very expensive. So we used it because we had to. But here we didn't have the weight issues, so we did whatever was quickest and most efficient.
That's why my house is small, because I built it all from pine wood.
Yeah,
But that was in purpose. I wanted it from pine wood.
pine is beautiful, but it's quite heavy if it's certain past a certain size. It's
Definitely. And the top of the house, it's a bit wider than 250, no?
Yes, but you're allowed an overhang. So I guess even if you see a trailer, sometimes they the overhang with the load. So the base of the trailer has to be 2.55, but you're allowed to overhang, if I'm not mistaken, about 300 mil, about 25-30 centimeters on each side. So we're just below that on the top. So
because truck mirrors are usually 280 to 90.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're still within legal bounds.
Right. And what did you use for a roof?
So the roof, we needed to use lighter materials. So it's from thin gauge steel, same thing that you use when you a lot of people use for internal stud walling. But we got, so you can get it a bit thicker steel, but it's still a lot more lightweight than wood. So that is the frame. And we did that with Celotex boards also, rather than sheep's wool, just because it offers then more strength. When you foam it, it locks everything in. And that's why actually you can see a bit of lines on the wood at the top part. It's where the metal is, because of the temperature changes.
Okay.
Hot, cold, it wears out the wood unevenly, which you don't get at the bottom part, because it's not as thermal.
Yeah.
But to be honest, because the roof is a rubber roof that is black, it takes the sun very well, so it keeps it very warm anyway. So it's hasn't affected us, but yeah, it's thin gauge steel we built the top to make it lightweight.
The beams are metal as well, and they're like C-shaped.
It's C-shaped. The top part is U-shaped, so it'll be like two ones that are backed up to each other.
And they're like 1 mil thickness. Right?
Yes, about They're a bit thicker, the roof ones. But yeah, we've had these plates fashioned for us, custom made. We've lined the ones that are supporting the weight of the house where it's blocked up with timber. And the plate basically locks into it and offers support from underneath. Yeah. So it's like creates a solid substrate. But
that makes the weight.
That takes the weight.
Lighter.
Yeah. So it takes. I think there's 6 of them throughout the house. So really, the top part of the house is supported by 6 locations that have a plate and a bar going through it. And then it's just bolted from the sides. All the bolts you can see, it's for weather seal. It's not. That's not structural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very unique. Design and build, I would say.
Yeah, it was very scary. It's the scariest, I think, was dropping the roof the first time. We were expecting the struts to hold the weight of the roof better than it did. I'm a builder, I'm not a structural engineer, and I think I made a calculation error that it does carry the weight, but not as evenly as it should. So it kind of just did like that rather than go straight. So it was a bit scary, but once we've done it once, we knew how to support it properly, and we haven't had any issues taking it up or down. It's just a bit of a faff, but it's not as scary anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a very unique design, especially making with a roof. Let us know, would you build something similar? And maybe if you have some questions, you definitely can reach out to me.
100%.
I will leave the links to the social media of the guys below. And if you want to see inside tour, it will be in the second video. We'll find it somewhere here. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers.
Thank you.